Hi guys, welcome back to my rants. Rants, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm going to give you the breakdown right now. GameStop July 2022 update. I do these about once a month. Try to give you guys the info on why I'm invested, why I think you should invest, and what we have to look forward to. GameStop's a great company. It's the only reason why I'm here, the only reason why I'm ever going to be here. Everything that we've said is going to happen is currently happening right now in front of you. There are a couple of more steps that can happen, but let's talk fundamentals, guys. Let's talk about why we're here. So we'll get this rolling. So first, let's do it. First thing is the leadership, guys. Why are we invested? A lot of people like myself follow the leadership religiously, if you would think. Volution Capital, you have Larry Chang and Ryan Cohen. Addition is Alan Adel. That's the other guy. It's three guys that are coming over from Chewy.com. They're now here. You also have Matthew Furlong and a couple of new hires. When you think about leadership for GameStop, they've hired over 350 executives from all other companies, you name it, Microsoft, Amazon, Chewy. But here's the thing. They cut the fat just this week. So they went ahead and went around and they made all the headcounts. Who can do what, who's valuable to whom. They made themselves just a little bit more nimble, just a little bit lighter on the feet. That's actually a pretty good thing. If you know where you can cut corners and where you can have somebody who's doing two jobs for the price of one, that's ideal. It's a penny business, and we're going to step over those dollars to get to those pennies because that's how you become profitable. And they plan on becoming profitable. The insider team is also buying shares. Throughout this last year, they've bought more shares than they've sold, and they continue to buy them. Ryan Cohen gets paid $0 for being on the board of directors for GameStop. He takes no compensation in shares. He only buys shares. He buys the company himself. He owns over 15% of this company, with the option to buy up to 20% of this company. I'm extremely excited that I get to join this leadership team by buying shares, holding, investing, and informing. We're doing all of the above. These guys think outside the box, and that's what we'll be going over this next couple of slides here. The next thing is this. There's new blood in the water every other month or two. They get rid of someone. They bring in somebody new. It's kind of cut and bait this early in the game. There is no established individual on this board of directors been here longer than 5 years. These guys are new, and we love new. We love innovative. They're creating a pivot. They're creating a transition. And that's why I'm invested. So I love the leadership, guys. If you don't know who they are, please do your due diligence. These guys are awesome. Next, we're going to do P&L. I know a lot of people like to talk X's and O's, P&L. What is it? Profit versus losses. GameStop loses some money every now and then. This last quarter, they burned off $160 million. Did you know they actually made money? They actually made money in the U.S. So they were up $29 million in the U.S. And what I mean by made money is last year versus this year. But in addition to that, they're losing money in Europe. They're losing money in other parts of the world where they're not focusing right now. They're currently focusing here. So they had an increase of $29 million in sales for the quarter last year versus this year. Additionally, the stockholders' equity is $3.125 billion. That is assets, cash versus liabilities. They don't have any senior notes, guys. They don't owe anyone money. They pay their bills, and they paid them on time. They're not paying interest. They have a clean slate even now. $500 million is what they have available to them on revolving credit line, but they're not using it because they're pocketing. They're banking on over $1 billion cash, $1.83 billion in cash. That's a pretty damn good startup. That's a pretty good pivot, and that's what I love, guys. So, and when you look at this, there's something else that I want to pay attention to. The sales for this quarter coming out, I'm looking for about $1.224 billion in sales. Could it be more than that? Absolutely. I'm not factoring in this new NFT marketplace that just got released yesterday, but just nuts to bolts. What are they selling? What are they delivering? And how are they doing it? I think GameStop's doing well, and we're about to find out really soon. Another indicator of that are the three things that I've talked about offline with you guys, and that is the amount of memberships that they have upsold in the store themselves. Those employees selling memberships have increased the membership total by 2.7 million. We now have 44 million at the current rate right now. And with that being said, these employees are now going to be given incentive programs, stock options. They're going to be given all those benefits you would say, I want to stick around for this company. I really want to have retention at about a 98% for these employees. And the only thing that's going to do that for them is giving them a livable wage or a way to make more money for what they're doing right now. And what are they doing? They're selling about $3.7 million more in extended warranties. That's awesome. It just means that they're doing the legwork and they're actually having those important quality conversations from the minute the member, the employee, whoever walks up they're ready to go, and they're here to give them that information daily. Additionally, 1 million gift cards have not been cashed out yet. That means they have an increase in gift card sales, guys. Those are all bullish things. Those are all pluses in that profit loss margin. You know, if you're looking at cash burn and you think about a company like GameStop that made this transition, they cash burned off $300 million last year, 330 and the give or change. But yet they have an increase on inventory of the increase is over $400 million. So that being said, they have an increase on inventory of $400 million. They cash burn $300 million, and they just started an NFT marketplace, and that's becoming very profitable in the first 24 hours. So I'm just letting you know, the numbers add up in our favor, not against us. And the fact that we actually cut 20% of the workforce is not a bad thing. You know, the leases are up on these buildings, right? This year alone, there's 500 leases up. Do they have to renew them all? No. Next year is our biggest increase in leases. Actually, I have 1,400 buildings that are going to be due on contract. Do we renew all those leases? Probably not. Probably not all of them, but a good chunk we will, because you need to have that brick and mortar footprint. Now let's talk about this NFT marketplace. It is live right now. We're going on it's been a day and a half now. And you're looking at over $2 million worth of volume back and forth. And when you look at this volume, it's going to increase over time because people are trading back and forth. Right here, this Meta Boy guy, Meta Boy, looks like a Game Boy. It's a great collection. He's made over $700,000 in the first day. I don't think anybody could imagine that on this marketplace. I have your boy Nancy over here who came through, gave us a song. I'm going to play that at the end of this video, by the way. But this marketplace is well beyond just trading JPEGs and downloading music. It's going to have some real on-ramp and off-ramp accessibility for a lot of things. And those partnerships are coming. The announcements are coming. IMX is there. They're developing video games at the moment. GameStop pledged $100 million to them. They've also, in turn, pledged $500 million to any project. The next big thing could come at any moment. So I would tell you guys, live in the moment. Enjoy this moment. But this is why I'm invested. I'm invested because a company is taking a chance. A company is changing with the times, and a company is doing stuff that they said they would do. They're fulfilling those promises. They're keeping it there. But more so than that, it's not just lip service. It's them putting their money where their mouth is. And in 27 hours, guys, over 2 million on volume on this is pretty amazing for everyone. Last part of this is going to be the stock split. We announced all these things would happen, guys. Now the stock split is announced, and it's going to be going live after Monday. You have about a 2-day grace period, and then by the 22nd, some shares are going to show up on you. And you can choose to do whatever you want. But a 4-to-1 stock split is pretty healthy. And it's not a traditional stock split in a sense. It's actually a dividend payout. So it's a stock split via dividend. And that actually helps you out in some fronts. I mean, every stock you get, every share you get, will have the same birth date as the original shares that gave it to you. So what does that mean? You're not going to have to pay capital gains tax on a lot of these shares if you choose to sell. I don't choose to sell anytime soon. But I tell you, if there's manipulation on the stock, it's going to hurt a lot of people. Not us. Not the guys who are diamond-handed, not the guys who are sticking in it for the long run. But I tell you all this, guys, for one reason. This company gives you hope. It makes you want to believe in something. At least it does for me. I couldn't be more happy with the stance I take. I want to see this stock split play out next week. I want to see the battle for 192. I want to see us get into the S&P 500. I want to see what anyone can do or anyone can say. Right now, people are running out of things to say bad about us because we're grinding, and I'm part of it. So I'll see you guys next month. The reason to invest, obviously, is right there in the mirror. It's you. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you've read and or what you've invested in. It's GameStop, guys. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. And like I told you, I'm going to play that song for you, so I'm going to do that next. Thanks, guys, again, and you guys have a great evening. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.